Okay, guys, this is not going to be your average Raw review. No. It's going to be a Raw review. I'm going to cover Raw, but I'm also going to cover TLC from 2009. Why? Because I can. I can do whatever I want on this channel. Plus, I watched it yesterday and I figured why not? I don't feel like making two separate videos, so I'm just going to make it all in one video. So I'm going to do Raw first, since that's what people mostly tune in to this channel to see sometimes, every Wednesday. So first it tells you what's going to happen. It tells you about the stuff with Ryback and Punk and Cena and Ziggler and all that good stuff. And then we get Titus O'Neil with Darren Young versus Ryback. It was a typical Ryback match. Just a typical Ryback match. There's nothing really left to say about that. Typical Ryback. Then after that, he says that he's not going to leave this win until he gets Punk, Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns. So then it goes to commercial. When it comes back, it's him saying, "Feed me more. Feed me more." And he says that he wants some security guards come down. One gets thrown out of the win by Ryback. Vicky Guerrero says that he's not going to have Ryback hold the show hostage. Tell me what you want. What will it take to make you leave the win? He said that he wants CM Punk at TLC. Then Vicky Guerrero grants it, but he wants to be a tables, ladders, and chairs match. She grants that as long as Ryback leaves the win. He scares the security guards out of the win, and then he just leaves the win, and he gets his match with Punk at TLC. Which I think is not going to be that match is going to be shit, though, because Ryback in a tables, ladders, and chairs match, it's going to be fucked. Then it shows Hornswoggle and Rosa Mendez backstage familiar today. Rosa Mendez is not happy that Hornswoggle sprayed the flowers on her. So then Del Rio says that he'll get his payback for her. Well, her payback for her. Then Carly says, "That's my friend." Then Del Rio leaves. And then that was it. Nothing really happened. And then we get Alberto Del Rio versus the Great Khali with Hornswoggle. I didn't give a fuck about this match. Who the fuck cares about the fucking Great Khali? He's fucking 7'3". He's fucking 400 pounds, but he can't even fucking wrestle. Once you fucking knock that guy on his feet, he's fucking done. Who the fuck cares? Because Del Rio just made him tap out to the cross arm breaker. It's not that impressive. Alberto Del Rio is a good wrestler, but the Great Khali is a piece of shit. Then we get Vicky Guerrero, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman backstage. CM Punk is not happy that Vicky Guerrero made Ryback versus Punk for the title. But he said that he's beaten Ryback a bunch of times. Well, twice anyways. He's like, yeah, but you had Rollins, you had the referee Brad Maddox. He said he had nothing to do with that. Then he talks about Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns. He said he had nothing to do with that. Then he says that and you'll see at the interview. And then she says that Punk's gonna be competing against the winner of the All Active poll. It's either gonna be Daniel Bryan or Kane. Then we get the Attitude Era DVD ad. We get the Slam of the Week. That's the NXT Upstarts attacking Ryback from last Monday night on Raw. Then we get the NXT Upstarts, the reasons why they attacked Ryback. And they said that, and it was Michael Cole interviewing them. It was from earlier today, and then on this weird room. They said that they're not working with CM. Well, Ambrose said that he's not working with CM Punk. Rollins says that the only way they can get to the WWE is if they have to get approval from Vicky Guerrero, Raw Supervisor and General Manager, or General Manager of SmackDown, Booker T. But they have to get approval from the Board of Directors, and the Board of Directors listens to the fans, but the fans don't want them there. So it's a conspiracy, they pretty much saying. It's unfair injustices. They said that if Ryback, they didn't think it was fair that Punk had to defend the championship against Cena and Ryback in a triple threat match when he held the championship for a year. And they said if Ryback was the champion, they would have done the same thing. And he said, "Are you sure about this? You just guys fighting for uncertainty and justices." He's like, "We're absolutely sure." He asked Reigns a question, but he's like, "I'll answer when I'm ready. I'll talk when I want to talk." I thought that was funny. But then Ambrose says, that he's not that they're not the Nexus. They're not the end. If you want the NWO, go buy their DVD. They are simply called, what are they called? The Shield. Then, Reigns says that this interview is over, and then they all just leave. So I thought that was fine. Good interview. Then we get the Fandango promo. I thought this was just an ad on TV. I didn't know this was a wrestling thing. I don't really know how Johnny Curtis is going to do this character, because when Brodus Clay did it, he went down. And I think that Fandango is going to start off good, but he's just going to go down. Then we get Alicia Fox versus Tamina. I didn't give a shit about this either. Who gives a shit? The only thing I gave a shit about was that Tamina has Lion King music. If you listen to it, it sounds like Lion King music. That's the only thing I give a shit about. The divas in WWE can go fuck themselves. I'm not saying this about the divas. I'm saying this about the writers that book these divas. Because, the writers don't book their divas right. They need to start having consistent matches. Why not make AJ the divas fucking champion? Because, let me tell you something. I would probably care, because I actually cared about the Divas division when AJ started to get involved. But you know what? It means nothing now. At least AJ is over with the crowd. I don't care about Divas at all. I never did. I would have cared if it was Trish Stratus, Lita, Tori Wilson it was in Taylor, which is in TNA now. What the fuck? But Tamina wins with a super fly splash. She gives an explanation about AJ, but I didn't give a fuck! Let me get the John Cena backstage coming to see what his new couple surprise is gonna be. And I'm into this a little bit now. I'm into this feud. You know why? Because I made jokes. Because me and my friend Adam from CM Brothers made jokes about this feud. Well, he made the jokes. I was like, okay. But he made a joke about what if they were in the car and it was John Cena on Dolph having sex and there was Vicky on AJ. Thought that was funny. The way we look at bad things is sometimes we joke about it or we trash it. I like joking about it more because it makes it more positives. So that's why I'm into this stuff now. Miz got me into it on SmackDown too. Miz can get me into anything. I was watching Saturday Morning Slam because I wanted to try to review it, but then I didn't really want to. And there was this pie-off with Santino Marella, Zack Ryder, and R-Truth, and The Miz was hosting it. And this was supposed to be shit. And it was not great, but Miz commentated. Miz is a great host. Miz is a guy that can get you into stuff. That's pie-eating contest. Once he was gone, everything went shit. But when he was there, he made it feel like it meant something. I think that's why they need to keep the Miz. They do keep, not just that, but that's one of the things that Miz has for him. He is a former host, but good job. You actually picked up a great superstar, because I could never get anyone into that. But this AJ thing, though. Cena says, I forget this whole promo because I didn't care. All I remember is that Vicky gave John Cena and AJ matching robes. Dolph comes out, says that when AJ was kissing Cena, he was thinking of, she was thinking of Dolph. And then AJ comes out, though, well, eventually, before that happened, and says that she can date whoever she wants, slap John Cena's ass, kind of colors him, goes to kiss him. Then, Vicky announces that it's going to be Dolph versus Cena tonight. Then we get the day ad, and we looked up, me and my dad's girlfriend, Chris, which is hot, by the way, looked up what superstar, WWE superstar was in this. And the list we saw it on, maybe it was the website, though, but There was no WWE superstar in this. This is not a WWE film. There's no usually a WWE film has a WWE superstar in it. I didn't see one. So you can't even call this a WWE film. We get then it comes back, we get Tensai versus hold on. Tensai versus Kofi Kingston with Wade Barrett on commentary. In this match, wasn't bad, wasn't great. But in this match we found out that Wade Barrett is gonna become is gonna be facing Kofi Kingston for the Intercontinental Championship at tables, ladders, and chairs. That's fine. Kofi Kingston wins with the Trouble in Paradise, but then he does a crossbody to Tensai for the victory. Barrett comes in and gives him the Intercontinental Championship. Let me get Team Hell No backstage. This was funny. Daniel Bryan says that he's gonna get the most votes, and he shows like the map of the United States or anything, and and he said the blue is the people that voted for me, and the red is the people that voted for you, and it's all blue. I actually like the way he said that. It's all blue, blue. But anyways, it's all blue, and then he tries to show more, and it's all blue. But then they find out the results, and I knew it was gonna be Kane when that happened, and it makes sense. Like, you obviously know this stuff is rigged, because if it was really the fans could have voted, they would have picked Bryan. But the way the show went, I'm fine with that, because they would not have had as much time as we wanted to. So I think it's fine that it was Kane instead. And it's fine, because then we found out that Bryan's facing Rey Mysterio. And he's like, now? And he's like, he kind of takes off like the Hurricane, except it goes like this. Then we get Daniel Bryan versus Rey Mysterio. Good match! Bryan did like a standing, like, choke mic check or something like that. Ray did a senton outside the ring. Bryan did some no kicks. Rey Mysterio did some monkey flips. There was a bunch of great stuff in this match. Then eventually, Rey Mysterio would hit the 619 around the post and hit the splash off the top rope for the victory. So Bryan actually was a heel in this match. And then after that, Ray went yes. And I'm fine with Ray winning, because maybe this could get the Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara a future tag team match. If Sin Cara could beat Kane, and that's fine. Then we get Alberto Del Rio backstage. Rosa just comes and thanks him for sticking up for her. I'm not into that stuff. Then we get Dolph Ziggler interview. He's happy that he gets the main event Raw, and that he's going to beat John Cena tonight and win. Then we get the main event ad with Cena with Cena's making his debut. It shows the John Cena and Ziggler stuff from last week. And then we get Dolph Ziggler versus Cena, and it was a good match. We get drop kicks, STFUs. Ziggler got to the ropes, sleeper holds, zigzags. Then we got a little bit of kicks from Cena. But then I guess Cena went for the 5-knuckle shuffle, and he like hurt his leg. So then they had to have guys like the medics check on him. So Ziggler tried to expose the turnbuckle, but AJ comes in and doesn't allow that to happen. Then AJ and Vicky start arguing. Ziggler tries to use the case. Cena catches him into the FU and pins him for the victory. I'm fine with that, because Cena hasn't really had any wins lately. That's why I'm fine with that. Ziggler had a great week last week, but I think that he should have carried that momentum a little bit more, though. I think that he should have beat Cena here tonight and have Cena beat him at TLC. And I think that's what's going to happen, though. Cena's going to beat him at TLC, because he needs to get something back. He needs that fire. Well, it's not like I want Ziggler to put him over, but at the same time, Cena hasn't won a match on pay-per-view since Money in the Bank. Because he had a draw. He lost at SummerSlam, had a draw with Punk at Night of Champions, didn't have a match in Hell in a Cell, and he lost to Punk at Survivor Series, even though he had some help from Ryback. So I think that they're gonna have a tables match, and Cena's gonna win there. Does it make Dolph look weak? We'll see. But the way things were going, I think maybe things could have ended a little differently. That's why I see it. Then we get Sheamus backstage. What does he talk about? I forget what he did. I forget. Oh, I think he was just coming backstage to his match. Not gonna lie, I forget what happened. Then it shows the Shoop show that they had last Wednesday. Then we get Sheamus versus Antonio Cesaro doing this. It showed a SmackDown ad. And it was the same ad from last week where did Sheamus walk away from Survivor Series. So I thought that was funny. But this Sheamus and Cesaro match, I thought Cesaro was going to get buried. But he didn't get buried. I'm fine with that. Well, because Cesaro had a good match with Sheamus. Sheamus did still looked a little strong in this match, but he needs to. Cesaro, I wanted him looked strong too. He put Sheamus' ribs against the steps. He gave Sheamus a gut wrench throw. He dominated Sheamus. He gave Sheamus that big uppercut when Sheamus went to come off the ropes. Sheamus tried Sheamus tried to do the Texas Cloverleaf. He got to the ropes. Then eventually he goes for the neutralizer. Sheamus counters with a big back body drop. Bro kicks him. He lands on the outside of the ring. He gets counted out because Big Show comes out and distracts him. I'm fine with that because it kind of protects Cesaro from losing too much stuff because he didn't really get pinned or anything. He had a good match with Sheamus, so I'm fine with that. Then Sheamus wins the match by hold on. Then Sheamus tells Big Show to come down to this ring and you better use that chair on me because I will beat the hell out of you if you don't. He doesn't, and then Big Show whips the chair. That was fine. Then it shows you a WWE 13 plugs. It's CM Punk facing Shawn Michaels. Damian Sandow comes out, cuts a promo, and then he says that he will defeat John Cena on main event, and tonight he's going to take a loudmouth tonight. And he faces Zack Ryder. It wasn't really anything special. Decent match at best. Michael Cole actually kind of worked as a heel in this match, where he said, "I hate Zack Ryder. I love the elbow of disdain." I don't know if Michael Cole's going back to a heel or not, because he did say that he did kind of support the heels when Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns. So I don't know what's going to go on with Michael Cole. I kind of want him to stay a face, though, because when he's a face, he kind of focuses more on the matches, and it really helps. Because I think when he was a heel, he didn't really focus on talking about the matches. He only focused on himself. Once in a while, it's fine, but when you do it over and over and over again, it just gets repetitive. So keep him face, because I like to see commentators talk about the action. We get Paul Heyman interview. He says that it's not fair that Punk has to face Ryback again. Because, actually, I forget what he says. But this is what I think he might have said. I think he said something about Punk having to face Kane. He's going to beat Kane tonight. I forget what he said. It shows the day ad again. We get WWEshop.com ad. Then it shows the NXT Upstarts interview again. Then we get Kane versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman. Decent match. Punk did some knees. Kane did his right hands. Then eventually, Kane hits the choke slam, but Paul Heyman pulls CM Punk close to the ropes. Then Kane goes for the tombstone. Then Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns come out, distract Kane. Punk takes advantage and hits the go to sleep for the win. Then they all come in and attack Kane. They don't touch Punk at all. Bryan tries to come in and make the save, but he fails. Ryback comes in. Punk runs into the crowd. Ryback comes out, takes it to the rookies, power bombs Rollins. I forget which one he power bombed, but then CM Punk hits him from behind, goes to power bomb him. I think it was Reigns that speared him, and then they all just give Ryback that power bomb they've been giving him lately. Then CM Punk stands tall in the win with the title. So I think what's gonna happen at TLC is that we're finally going to find out that Punk's behind this group, and I think that Brad Maddox is going to join this group eventually. I kind of would like Brock Lesnar to join this group since he is with Heyman. And, you know who else I'd like to see join this group? I actually would like to see Big Show. Maybe. But then again, I don't think that will happen. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for my Raw review, guys. So I'm gonna keep. So that's not it for the video. If you don't want to watch the rest of this video, click off it. Um, because I'm gonna review TLC 2009 now. For Raw though, it was a good show. Not the greatest show, but a good show to sit through. The commentators for Raw we got, by the way, were Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler. I should have mentioned that. So now I'm gonna review TLC. So the commentators for this show we got were Jerry the King Lawler, Michael Cole, and Matt Striker. Good commentary, Terry. We get the TLC video package. I actually did like the video package because I just liked it. It's a good video package. I can't really explain what was there. Then it starts off the night with Christian defending the ECW Championship against Shelton Benjamin in a ladder match. Oh, I forgot to actually I have to look up the time limits. But while I'm going on, I want to talk about the match. Good match. I thought this was a great opener. What happened is they took it in the win a little bit. That's good because you don't need to, sometimes what WWE, sometimes maybe TNA too, doesn't understand with ladder matches. You don't need to go for the ladders right away. Why don't you it's like the cell. You don't need to use the cell right away. You should use the cell, but you don't need to use it right away. That's why I like that. You wrestle in the ring a little bit, and then you go for the ladders, which what Shelton Benjamin did. He went for a small ladder. Christian hold him back. Shelton Benjamin threw him into the barricade. Then Christian did a flying crossbody over the ropes. Then Christian brings the ladder in the ring. They fight a little bit. Christian actually went to throw the ladder on Shelton Benjamin, but Shelton Benjamin like pulled his leg down when he was outside the ring, and Christian's eye got fucked up pretty bad. But then what gets bad is I hated it when it was PG and they would always stop the match for blood. Every time there was blood, they would stop the match, and that was just bullshit. That is bullshit. You don't need to fucking stop a match because it does blood. That's what wrestling's for. Blood. Blood. Everyone wants blood. Everyone was chanting we want blood. This, like the Linda McMahon campaign, that is why I did not like it. Because it made WWE go downhill a little bit. This PG stuff. They need to get out of it. Not saying that they need to right now. Because they're doing a good stuff right now. But when you desperately need it. Because that's why Cena, I think that's why people think that Cena's stale. Not because he's a heel, because he sometimes acts too PG. He's not really acting that right now, but I haven't noticed it. But if you guys have noticed it, tell me. But I haven't really noticed that he's been acting like that. But I'm just saying that I think Cena should have done something. But let me get back to the show. Or the pay-per-view. Then eventually, when they stop cleaning up the blood, Shelton Benjamin does flip like a senton over the ladder onto Christian. Then Christian went to reverse. He went to use the announcer's table, and Christian and leaned to the table, one of the ladders against it. He went to reverse Irish whip him, but Christian tried to Irish whip him, and Shelton Benjamin dug underneath it. Went to launch him and like launch his neck head onto it, but Christian kicked him, and he went into the top of the announce table while it was leaning against the ladder. Then eventually they take it back to the ring. They try to use the ladders. We got everything. We got Shelton Benjamin for body splash. Missed. Shelton Benjamin dominated the match a little bit. Christian dominated the match a little bit. Christian did a reverse DDT off the ladder. Shelton Benjamin did a powerbomb off the ladder. Shelton Benjamin did well, actually, no, he didn't do a sunset flip off the ladder. It's a little bit of a spoiler. But then when Christian got the ladder off, Shelton Benjamin hung onto it, dangling from the air. Somehow, he got off when Christian put the ladder back. Then then it happened to Christian. Shelton Benjamin powerbombed him. Then eventually Shelton Benjamin went for a sunset flip, failed. Christian countered to a hurricane run outside the ring. Then Shelton Benjamin tried a German suplex Christian onto the ladder, leaning against the announcer's table and the ring. Failed. Christian did a reverse kick. Shelton Benjamin fell on the ladder. Then Christian did a frog splash to Shelton Benjamin, putting him through the table. Then Christian would climb the ladder and retain the ECW Championship, and that match was 18 minutes and 5 seconds. Good opening. I'm going to have to give you a round of applause. That was a good opener. But normally, when ECW was kind of starting to take it down. Well, not really, though. It's in WWE's mind, but I think ECW should come back. Probably not now, because there's so many shows on right now. But ECW needs to come back, though, because look how many stars were on ECW. Well, it wasn't many stars. We had Christian, though. He was great. Shelton Benjamin, great. I actually thought that Yoshitatsu was good. I think when ECW was gone, that's what killed him. But Yoshitatsu was a good wrestler on ECW. Goldust, I kind of miss seeing Goldust now. William Regal. You see, now that ECW is gone, they don't use these guys anymore, which is kind of a shame, to be honest with you. But yeah, that match, I already told you the time limit. But yeah, good opener. Then it shows what happened on Raw the week before. I have to tell you what happened. It was DX facing Chris Jericho in a handicap match, and Big Show came out and they just all laid him out with like with chairs, when they sandwiched them through it, and hit them both with the chairs, and that was really it. Then we have John Morrison defended the Intercontinental Championship against Drew McIntyre, and this match was 10 minutes and 19 seconds. It wasn't necessarily a bad match, but it wasn't necessarily a bad match. But when you watch a ladder match like that, it's kind of hard to get into that match. But it wasn't a bad match, though. I actually thought it was a pretty good match. But like I can't remember move for move, but I remember McIntyre. Morrison went to hook on and he put him face first into the turnbuckle. Dominated him, big boots, pulled his hair down, threw him into the barricade. Then Morrison would come back with a Hurricane DDT, and he did a flying chuck off outside the ring. When he normally does it with the ropes. Then he does a Starship Pain. McIntyre gets his foot under the ropes. Morrison takes his belt off. Referee gets distracted by the belt. McIntyre gives him a thumb to the eye, hits the Future Shock, and wins the match and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. This is what I don't like about this match. I think that, not necessarily saying I didn't like Drew McIntyre. Well, I didn't. I always supported the baby faces at the time, but I think it was too fast. I think it should have been somebody else. You know who should have been at the time? Dolph Ziggler. He was getting Intercontinental Championship matches. I think he should have had it there. Finally, win the Intercontinental Championship and end the year with it. I don't know why they didn't do that. I think they should have had Dolph win the Intercontinental Championship at the time instead of Drew McIntyre, and build Drew McIntyre up a little bit more. But yeah, Drew McIntyre won. Then we get the Slammy Awards ad. And then we get Vince McMahon and Drew McIntyre backstage. Vince McMahon congratulates Drew McIntyre on winning the Intercontinental Championship. Then Josh Matthews asks if he can get a word with Vince, and he says, "Yeah, but why don't you talk to the Intercontinental Champion?" Then he says that he asks Drew if he thought that he would win his first championship so fast, and he says, "Of course, I am the greatest superstar in this company." I forget this because it happened kind of fast, so I don't really remember what he said after that. Then we get Michelle McCool defending the women's championship with Layla, by the way, defending the women's championship against Mickie James. What a piece of shit. That was a piece of shit. I did not like that match. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like that match. Drew McIntyre, it wasn't, good. The beginning was bad, the middle was bad, and the end with a kick. What the fuck? Fuck that match. Then we get John Cena defending the WWE Championship against Sheamus in a tables match. It
wasn't necessarily a bad match, but it was. I wanted a little bit more. Like, they did fight, use the arena, but I wanted a little bit more in this match. I think they should have done something more with this match, but it wasn't a bad match for what it was. What happened is, Cena with Sheamus fought in the ring a little bit. Then Sheamus went outside the ring. They fought outside the ring. Cena bounced Sheamus' head off the barricade. Um, Cena put Sheamus threw Cena into the, not the barricade, the announcer's table. That's what Cena bounced Sheamus' head off of. By the way, I forgot to give you the time limit for the Women's Championship match. The Women's Championship match was 7 minutes and 31 seconds. But yeah, and this match was 16 minutes and 19 seconds. But yeah, Sheamus threw Cena into the barricade. Sheamus went to throw Cena to the steps. Cena reversed it and threw him into the steps. Then Sheamus would dominate the match a little bit. And why not? Then eventually, Sheamus escaped Cena. Well, he didn't escape him, but he walked away from him. And Cena gave him a suplex on the steel and tried to throw a table on, but failed. And they fight in the crowd with Cena doing most of the damage to Sheamus and clothesline him over the barricade. And then they get back in the ring. Sheamus hits a bull kick on Cena, and then tries to put him through the table, but Cena counters into it and does his comeback and hit. And when Sheamus throws the table outside the ring before Cena can FU him through it, then Cena wins another table in the win, and then Cena tries to FU Sheamus off the table, fails, but then he tried to suplex him off the table, but he failed and Sheamus pushed him off. Well, I don't know if Cena lost his balance or he pushed him off, but what happened was they both fell and Cena went through the table, but Sheamus just missed the table outside the ring. So Sheamus won the match and became the new WWE Champion. Then I'm going to talk about that in a second, what I was going to say. Then Cena takes wood of the table, puts it in his pocket, then says never forget and throws it. So, but as for Sheamus winning the WWE Championship, though, he was only with the company. Let me think. He came in July. I think it was July. August, November, December. No, wait. August, September, October, November. He was only with the company 6 months. That is too fast of a push for a WWE Championship. That's a piece of crap. Not saying that Sheamus was a bad. Well, he was kind of a bad champion. Not saying that Sheamus wasn't WWE Championship worthy, but they should have built him up a little bit more. They should have done something with him before he was at that stage, because he wasn't ready yet. And as for that, why did they do that? Let me also explain something else. You could have done something more with them. And Cena, I don't know. I think Sheamus, the match wasn't bad, but Sheamus should have done something more with the championship. I think Sheamus needed to have something before. He should have given him a run with the United States Championship at the time. He was not ready for a WWE Championship. Oh, but for people that say, Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship before Sheamus did, but he was only with the company. Let me explain something to you. Brock Lesnar won King of the Ring. Brock Lesnar came in big. He was destroying guys like Rikishi, Mark Henry. I don't know if it was Mark Henry. I didn't watch it at the time, but I hear this stuff. I saw him destroy Hulk Hogan. He won King of the Ring, as I said before. Then he won. Then he won everything. He defeated, and then he deserved it. He took out Hulk Hogan. He beat RVD. And why not have a WWE Championship match? It's not like they jumped the gun on him right off the bat. They had him take out a big name. Who did Sheamus take out? He took out Jamie Noble. Not that Jamie Noble's a bad wrestler, but it's a guy that's smaller than him. And Jamie Noble wasn't really a big name at the time. So I don't think that should have happened. Then, what happens after that? It shows a tribute to the Troops ad. Then we get Undertaker defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Batista in a chairs match. No! Trios match. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it was. It wasn't really worth your time. I'm gonna say that. Like if you like trios matches, I just didn't really like it. I didn't really like this match. It was a weird match. Like it's lonely when I get like I was excited. What can they do with the trios match? They use trios. Matt Striker said that this match was more brutal than Hell in a Cell and a steel cage match. Bullshit! A Hell in a Cell is more dangerous. Did you not watch Mankind fall off the cell through a table? You fucking stupid! But this match wasn't really that great. I didn't really think it was worth watching. The crowd was dead. The announcers were into it, but this match wasn't good. What really made it fucked was the ending. So Batista, let me take this straight. In a chairs match, there's no low blows. That's bullshit. Oh, Batista low blowed him, hit him with a chair. 1, 2, 3. Batista wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Taylor Law comes out. Oh, when do we start the match? When we start the match right now? We start. Taker hits him off the back with a chair. Tombstone. 1, 2, 3. Taker fucking retained. This match was fucking 13 minutes and 14 seconds. What the fuck was this shit? It devalues The Undertaker. Because he looked like he actually needed help to beat Batista. No low blows? You're fucked. That's fucked. That's very fucked. Let me tell you something. Low blows. I don't like that. Because I bet nowadays you can fucking do low blows and chair matches all you want. Fucked. You're fucked. Fuck you. Fuck all this shit. Just fuck that. I'm not gonna fucking talk about this. Let me get the Royal Rumble 2010 ad. I do like that ad. Then we got Kofi Kingston backstage. He's preparing for his match with Randy Orton. And Legacy comes and says that Randy Orton, they're not going to beat him up. They're going to save that for Randy. And that you don't think you have what it takes to face a superstar like Randy. It's like, oh, he had like his butlers sent this. He pretty much calls them servant guys and stuff like that. Then Kofi Kingston says, "You know what? Why don't you tell Randy?" Wait, hold on. Then he goes to tell Randy that he thinks he's a coward, that he shouldn't get another WWE Championship opportunity ever again, and he's going to beat the hell out of him. Then he leaves, and I thought that was great that he just went and said that to his face with Legacy right there. That was cool. Then we got Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston. This match was 13 minutes and 11 seconds. It wasn't a bad match. But the hype. I think the hype was better. Like, the match didn't live up to the hype. I think everything was hyped to this match. We had Kofi Kingston destroying his car. Randy Orton. Kofi beat Randy at Survivor Series. That fight they had in, at Madison Square Garden. Here comes my fucking sister, by the way. But yeah, they needed to do more with that. I think they should have added a stipulation, because I don't think it should have been a regular match, because we've had regular matches before. When Legacy helped Kofi win, and when Legacy had Randy win, and Mark Cuban helped Kofi win.
What?
Making a video.
Oh, go on.
Mark Cuban helped Kofi win. And what also made me not like this match is they fucked Kofi over. They really did, because
You just By the way, he's not old enough too. Go ahead.
Kofi Kingston was getting a great push, and he was big. Kofi Kingston was beating Randy. He eliminated Randy from a battle royal. He beat I think he beat Randy in a traditional Survivor Series match. Pinned him to the mat. Then they go in there. Then they have a good match. They had good stuff. Kofi going to jump off the ropes. give him a drop kick in mid-air. Stop that! Stop it! Ah! Sorry for that. I need this for the video. I'm sorry for the fucking interruption. What the fuck? Where was I? Now I forget where I was. I was talking about the match where Randy Orton gave Kofi Kingston the drop kick in midair. He did like a rib first suplex to the barricade. Then he dominated Kofi in the win a little bit. Kofi did a little bit of a comeback, cross body, SOS, hot drop kick, high fly over the suicide dive over the top rope. Then eventually Kofi would hit the Trouble in Paradise, pin Orton for the victory, kick out. Then Randy Orton went outside the ring. Kofi pulled him back in. Orton did a DDT. Then he went for the punt. Kofi blocks the punt with his like elbow area and hurts his elbow with it. Then Randy Orton starts working on the arm a little bit. Kofi goes for Trouble in Paradise. Randy Orton just ducks it, hits the RKO for the win. That's why I think they fucked Kofi over. Like I can understand why they had Randy Orton win. Because you wanted Randy Orton to become a big star. Like, Randy Orton was, no, one person. Randy Orton was losing to Kofi so many times. You had to have him win here. But at the same time, I look at it like this. You could have made a good stall in Kofi Kingston. I made him Venom by having him win there. And I think that's more important than saving one of your guys from losing too many times. Like, he can get his win. Like, it's not like he can't get his win back. Like, Kofi can, he can get his win back easier than Kofi could have. And, well, could, because he lost. Look what Kofi is now. He's just the Intercontinental Champion. He's gonna lose it to Wade Barrett, and then he's gonna go back to a tag team. That seems like they all really have for Kofi. I think Kofi has more potential than he has. And if he had won here, imagine what that would have done with his career. He probably could have been like a WWE champion. He could have had big stuff. He could have been big. And I think he would have been big then and big now. Kofi Kingston would be big. He probably would have held a WWE championship by now. But they fucked it over. Randy Orton fucked it over. That's honestly why I think Kofi Kingston deserves the Intercontinental. Well, deserved to win that match. Now I have to go get my phone from my sister because she needed to use it to call someone, and I'm gonna go, and that's where my notes are taken off of. What the fuck? The rest of the stuff, they show the Slammy Awards ad again. And then we get, actually before that, we get a Please Don't Spy This at Home ad. Then we get a Batista and Teddy Long are backstage, and Batista's like, you robbed me! I got screwed! You robbed me out of the title! You're gonna make this right! So then, Batista says, swings the chair. Teddy goes like this. He's like, next time I swing the chair, it's going to be at your head. Then Teddy runs like this, and when he goes like that. So then we get the Sammy's Award ad. Then we get Jericho defending the Unified Tag Team Championships against DX in a TLC match. That was the match of the night. By far. Fucking amazing. We have, Michaels, they brought around a little bit. Triple H and Big Show brought around the, win. Then eventually Jericho will go up there with a chair and hit Triple H with it. Then Shawn came from backstage and Jericho and Michaels had a chair war, like a sword off. They had a chair off, but with chairs. Then Big Show knocked out Triple H with a headbutt. Jericho goes back down to the win. DX double teams Big Show into the barricade. Then they double suplex a ladder onto Chris Jericho's back, and they push a ladder into Big Show. Then more stuff happened. Let me think. They both go to get the titles. Big Show just comes in and he just dominates. Big Show goes to climb the ladder eventually. Big Triple H hits him with a chair. Big Show just hits a knockout punches the chair. Triple H gets knocked out. Michaels comes in, does stuff. I forget what he did. Well, then eventually Triple H hits the pedigree on what's his name? Oh, actually, Triple H actually had his quad in a ladder before all this happened, and Big Show just splashed it, and I was with Shawn into it. So that's why Triple H gets hurt there, because he pedigrees Big Show with an assist from Shawn, and he hurts his knee. Shawn goes to get the title, but Jericho knocks him down, and he goes into Big Show. Eventually, Big Show destroys a ladder. Jericho grabs the ladder. They sandwich them, hits him with the ladder. The ladder breaks. Then Big Show does a running choke slam that Shawn Michaels through the ladder through the table on the outside with that Triple H had set up, like it was leading towards the timekeeper's area. And Shawn Michaels and Triple H will go through it. They try to use the Big Show, Big Show has him stacked on his shoulders, and they try to use him to get the titles from the titles. Then Shawn Michaels hits the Sweet Chin Music once. Jericho takes a fall and hits his face on the table, and I think that probably would have legit hurt him. Then he Sweet Chin Musics him again. Then DX grabs the titles and retain, and they win. So I thought that was fine. This pay-per-view was fine. TLC 2009 wasn't that bad at all. I think that was a great pay-per-view, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm tired of talking, so I'm not going to give you the link to subscribe to today. I need to give my voice a little bit of a break. I will be back later tonight, so I'll review a main event, so I'll give them to you then. But for now, just click on the stuff at the bottom. That's pretty much it, guys. Peace out. Peace out, peace out.